Alright, so little Saturday night side hustle. I got this, I think it's an '08 Toyota Corolla. It was just at another shop. Charged her like $600 to put a radiator thermostat, hoses, and now they're saying it needs a head gasket. So they brought it to me to see if it really needs a head gasket, because they're not very confident in what this place is saying. So it's also got a check engine light on, so I'm going to scan the check engine light. I'm going to use my Autel, see what's going on with the check engine light on this thing. System 2 lean, bank 171. Alright, well, we'll let her know about that and see if she wants us to go into detail with that, but for now, let's see if we can find out if this thing's a head gasket or not. I smell her. Use my Arcfield Pro. This thing's badass too. Hot. That lever hose is fucking ice cold. Lever hose goes right to the water pump. So I think my next step's gonna be to shove and pull the plugs, see what we got, see what the plugs look like. Fan's still not coming on either though, kind of worries me. Alright, so it's been cooled off now, so we're gonna go ahead and pull these spark plugs out, get a look at the plugs. I do suspect this thing probably has a head gasket issue. I just ordered a combustion leak tester and the attachment for my Autel for the border scope. I'll be here tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna pull these plugs out, see what we got, and then I'll check that stuff tomorrow. Valve cover gasket's definitely leaking, but not really kind of what we're worried about right now. Throw coils back in there, so all the cylinders on. Waiting on shit for tomorrow. plugs look, I mean, the plugs look pretty good to me. I don't know. Until it definitely ran a little hot. But she said it never overheated until they did the coolant repair. So I'll be curious to see what I find with the head gasket. But as of right now, we're gonna have to wait. I got the borescope. I'll pressure test the cooling system, put the borescope in the cylinder to see if we can see anything leaking in the cylinders. I doubt we're gonna be able to see anything with that, but I always like to just check to make sure. And use the cooling pressure or the head gasket tester and go from there. Alright, we're back at it. We got the borescope and we got the head gasket tester. We're going to test that, but first thing I just want to make sure I don't see anything crazy in the borescope. I feel like that radiator is super low also. Let's see what we can see. Off of that, cylinder 2 is wet, so definitely going to do the combustion test. Alright, we're going to run it, get the temperature, and then put the tester on it. I got it up to operating temperature. Now we're going to use this with the block tester, fill it to this line right here, put it in blue. If it changes to like a yellowish greenish color, it means the head gasket's screwed because it's got combustion gases leaking into the cylinders. So let's go ahead and add this shit. right at the fill line, where we want to be. We're gonna let it run for like 30 minutes. Let it run, see what happens. We'll keep pumping it up, keep pulling the steam into the tool. See where. Alright, so I've had the tester on there. It's been running for like 10 minutes. You can see it. I'm just kind of pulling some stuff in there. And honestly, I feel like this thing is definitely starting to change colors. I'm going to keep letting it run. But I feel like we're going to definitely see some change here soon. Keep trying. Alright, so I use the head gasket tester. It's not showing anything combustion leaking into the cylinders. The crazy part is when I got into it, the coolant was still, the heat was blowing cold. It's blowing warm right now. I also ran it for a little while with the heat gun on. This lower hose is still kind of cold. It's warmer now than it was, but it's still kind of cold. I think what I'm gonna do is top this car off, and I'm gonna drive it. See if I can get it to overheat. I just want to make sure I'm crossing all my T's and dotting all my I's. This is for Toyotas. I just want to make sure I'm not overlooking something or something. I've been pretty thorough, and I'm just not seeing anything crazy. So I'm taking it on a road test. I'm gonna drive it, a couple miles, see if I can get it to overheat. If it doesn't overheat, I honestly think it may have just had an air pocket built up from when they did the cooling repairs, because the lower hose was starting to get hot for me when I just had my hand on it. Temperature's sitting good, coolant level is good. Yeah, so I just think it may have had a coolant pocket. Because if this thing was low enough on coolant to make it overheat, it would have showed. So I'm just gonna drive it, put like 5 miles on it. If it's gonna overheat, it's gonna overheat. Temp gauge still riding normal. Heat still blowing hot as hell. Coolant level's full. I seriously believe this thing had an air pocket in it. There was a little bit of fluid inside the cylinder, a little bit of wetness inside the cylinder. I don't think that's anything head gasket related. I mean, every other cylinder was dry but that one, but it could have just been a little bit of something. I don't even know what it was. It didn't look like oil or anything. Spark plugs look good, and it passes the combustion test. I had that thing on there for a half hour pumping the thing and never changed colors. So honestly, I'm gonna tell her to take it, drive it, see what happens, keep an eye out for coolant leaks. But I honestly, a lot of times you'll get shops that just want to no, it needs a head gasket. Sorry. How did they come to the conclusion it needed a head gasket? Because I literally checked everything. So for now, yeah, we're gonna say this one's good to go, and tell her to keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't overheat. Let me know.